Now fast forward recently to Shedeur Sanders, Deion Sanders' son, goes viral, but not for football, but for how he structured his contract. He had an equity clause in his deal with Gatorade. That clause basically said, I'm not just here as a name or a body, I want part of what's being built off of me. I want ownership in the outcome. So that clause essentially just preserved his interest. And he didn't walk away with just a one-time check. He walked away with his corrected status in the contract, and he claimed his equity.
A rookie quarterback stares at a $2 million offer and slides it back across the table with a calm smile. That sound you hear is every NFL boardroom gasping in unison. Hit like and subscribe right now, and if you love Shedeur, then comment SS 100%, because tonight we break down the moment a rookie did not just say no to a check, he said no to an entire system. Fast forward to right now, Shedeur Sanders went viral again. Not for a throw, not for a scramble, for how he structured a contract. He added an equity clause in his Gatorade deal. He said, I am not just a name or a body. I want a stake in what is built off of me. I want ownership in the outcome. That clause protected his interest. He did not walk with a one-time check. He walked with corrected status in the deal. He claimed equity and he claimed control.
The overall thing, this is the best situation for Shedeur.
Why so?
Because when most people look at it, yeah, you may have lost $20 million, yeah, on the front end, but you're still gonna make that up if you do what you're supposed to do.
The NFL started spinning. Shedeur looked at $2 million and treated it like pocket change. That is not just news, that is a statement. Teams sat stunned. How did a rookie flip the script before his first NFL pass? Is he rewriting what it means to bet on yourself? Or does he know something the league does not? Panic is real. The ripple could shake the league to its core. This is the best situation for Shedeur. You may have lost $20 million on the front end. You still make that up if you do what? Think about it. Turning down $2 million without one NFL snap is not bold. It is dangerous confidence. It is the kind of move that makes boardrooms whisper, what is leverage? This was not a rejection. It was a tidal wave that washed away the old belief that rookies should be grateful for scraps. For decades, the rookie ritual was simple. Get drafted, smile, sign, shut up. The whisper was always the same. No, they got you. Do not let them know they got you. Keep going no matter the day or the mood. God gave us everything for a purpose. Shedeur walked in and looked at that check and said, cute, do better. In that moment, he stopped being another young quarterback. He became the nightmare of every old-school agent. He did not just bet on himself. He made the NFL question if the hustle they lived by is broken. Here is the truth. Shedeur is not chasing a bag. He is building the bank. That is not a cheesy slogan. That is a full business strategy. Most rookies see $2 million and say, I made it. He saw a ceiling and refused to let it trap him. He is not moving like a player alone. He is moving like a venture capitalist in cleats. We did not expect this, but with God, anything is possible. Everything is possible. This did not happen for no reason. It is fuel to the fire. Under no circumstance should this be normal. Yet, we are on to bigger and better things. That is the energy. That is the faith. That is the engine.
We all didn't expect this, of course, but I feel like with God, anything possible, everything possible. I don't feel like this happened, for no reason. All this is of course, fuel to the fire. And under no circumstance, we all know this shouldn't have happened. But we understand we're on the bigger and better things. Tomorrow's the day. We're going to be happy regardless. Legendary.
Why take crumbs when you can own the bakery? Why sell influence when you already control the timeline? The merch drops, the meme cycles, the hashtags, the comments. It is in his hands. That is not a flip of the playbook. That is a hostile takeover. Most rookies walk in wide-eyed and happy just to be invited. They are the kids at the buffet line fighting for cold leftovers while the vets carve steak. Shedeur did not grab a plate. He opened a 5-star restaurant across the street. The hierarchy shook like a house of cards in a hurricane. Behind the curtain, the meltdown was real. Brands went into crisis mode. XX sweated through $5,000 suits. People whispered, there is going to be one. Speak it into existence. The latter one would not go behind 4. It is subjective, of course. Folks know where they want him to go. And don't forget Shiloh either. It is all part of the story and the noise. Agents flipped through playbooks that felt like IKEA manuals. The system only works when rookies are desperate. That is when they get lowballed and slapped with logos. That is when they get drained while they are cheap. Shedeur broke that chain. The balance changed. When one rookie says no, it does not kill one deal. It shakes the whole machine. Now every rookie asks the dangerous question, do we even need this system at all? The truth always shows. Some called it a terrible look for Shedeur Sanders. The legendary Chris Carter went off on him, said he threw away 30 to 50 million. Another black star telling a young black quarterback he is wasting the bag. That is the headline. But this is bigger than one check. The power game is shifting. Negotiations are no longer about dollar signs and commas. They are about respect and alignment and control. Translation: if you want Shedeur, do not show up with a flat check. Show up with vision, show up with equity, show up with a pulse on culture. Why lock in to a dusty brand deal when you can drop your own hoodie on Instagram and make the same money? Except you keep all of it. Not a cut, not a slice, the whole pie sits in your kitchen. The timing was surgical. Camps heating up, media starving for rookie drama. He said he was coming back for another year to fight with you, bro. He told me he's going with me. They agreed to the terms in NIL. I told him I am tired of sacrificing. Preseason chatter bubbled. Then, boom, Shedeur dropped the rejection like a mixtape. Every network lit up. Every blog. Every group chat. Life brings pain and adversity. Things will knock you down. You push through it. A lot of people are going through things. I am playing for a lot. That is the heart of it. Management panicked. Fans split. Rookies took notes like they were in a masterclass on leverage. Then the pushback came fast. Whispers of arrogance and entitlement. People said, know your place. One night, Shedeur made the NFL look like a gang of petty fools. In some cases, racist fools. In many cases, Deion-despising fools. The machine does not fear one bold rookie. It fears the copycats who follow him.
One of them is going to be one.
That's what I'm talking about.
One of them is going to be
speak it
one.
into existence.
And the latter one would not go behind 4. Now, all this is subjective because I know where I kind of want them to go. And let's not forget Shiloh, okay? But I know where I want them to go. So there's certain cities that
This is not just a quarterback betting on himself. This is a quarterback who is already profitable. That is the nightmare for a system that depends on rookies being broken enough to sign anything. Back in the day, turning down $2 million was career suicide. Agents would scream, "Are you crazy?" But it's 2025 now. This is the era of NIL empires and viral influence and digital clout. He does not need a brand stamp of approval. He is the future. He is the prototype of a modern athlete. Legacy is measured in rings and in reach. This rejection was not about money. It was about narrative control. Endorsements used to be golden tickets. Brands picked you. They polished your image. They dressed you up and let you spit one line that they approved. That model is a corpse. Shedeur is the media now. He does not need a 30-second spot when one story can set culture on fire. Companies spend millions inventing taglines. His own does that for free. So why trade influence for a flat check? He wouldn't. He keeps the main thing the main thing. It's about playing ball, one completion at a time, one right call at a time, the right footwork on every handoff. Grade yourself every day, progress every day. That is the focus behind the noise. The NFL does not know what to do with this. Imagine a league that treated rookies like unpaid interns. Now watch a so-called fifth rounder shrug off millions like a bargain bin offer. At the same time, some scouts swear he won't slide past 4. That confusion is the point. The old labels don't work anymore. Brands thought rookies were still desperate. Now they see this generation walks in with more clout than a marketing department. It is chaos. A VP is crying over a laptop while rewriting contract templates like an empire just crumbled. Here is what comes next. Equity first deals. Athletes demand creative control. Partnerships built on authenticity, not dusty slogans. Cross-platform launches that feel like cultural festivals, not ads. And here is the kicker. The die is cast not on who Shedeur will be, but on what the NFL thinks of him. Some think his college production was precisely manicured by his head coach, who is also his father. That judgment will shadow every meeting. He knows it. He still bets on himself. Rookies are about to storm the league with leverage, not hunger. That is doomsday for the old way. Once players realize they don't need crumbs, the kitchen shuts down. Shedeur did not just toss the playbook. He rewrote it with emojis and hashtags and a smirk. The old script said, "Do not rock the boat." He torched the yacht and left on a jet ski of independence. Critics call it cocky. We call it clarity. He knows what he brings. Saying no is not flexing. It is a revolution. He did not reject a check. He rejected the system that wrote it. The ripples turned into shockwaves across sports and fashion and tech and music. The check is not enough anymore. The scariest part for the old guard? This is Chapter 1. Watch the brand scramble after his rejection. They look like jittery Wall Street interns on too much red ball. The NFL is not built for this. They expect rookies to grovel for leftover sponsorships, be the face of clearance rack deodorant. Shedeur did not just reject a deal, he rejected their ego. The machine survives on the myth that athletes are disposable cogs. He stared it down and said, "Forget your gears. I will build my own engine." On the field, he has always been counted out, not in life because he grew up with money, on the field. That chip made him relentless. That is where the cultural quake starts. Back then, athletes sold cereal and sneakers and whatever a marketing team shoved into their hands. Smile, pose, cash the check. Shedeur flipped that script. He is not selling someone else's brand. He is the brand. The league does not want a rookie.